Hey guys, welcome to Crypto for Me channel. Today I will guide you through the most important updates from the world of crypto. Let's get straight into it. Good morning guys, today is the 19th of June and we will make a very quick update about Bitcoin, where it's headed, what's the price looking, and also I will show you that you can buy Bitcoin and of course other cryptocurrencies as well on cryptoforme.eu. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get started. Basically, when you look at the current price action on Bitcoin, so basically what you can do is you look at the 4-year cycles. Okay, so every single cycle so far we had 1 year bear market usually, and then a 3-year bull market. Okay, you can see this actually goes super easy. You can see it from 2017 to 2018 was a bear market, and then from 2018 all the way up to 2021 was the bull market, and then again we had the bear market from 2021 or the end of 2021 all the way to 2022, which was the bottom of the bear market. And then from then on we had again very beautiful run all the way up to the end of the 4-year cycle in 2025, at the end of 2025 in Q4, which is usually when the bull market tops. Okay, so basically right now we are looking at still some time to end this bull market. So right now we are in very beautiful accumulation period, which if the history repeats should be very beautiful time to buy, because usually in these bear markets these prices, you know, of $40, $30, $20,000 in a few years time are a no-brainer. Okay, so we are still having some time until probably the end of the year. Maybe it can be a little bit longer, maybe it can be a little bit shorter, but we still have this time to accumulate as much as Bitcoin as possible. Yeah, there's a lot more of these indicators that are pointing towards that we are getting close to the bottom. We are not probably yet at the bottom, but it can very well mean that we are getting to quite nice entries for Bitcoin if you are holding for long term. You know, if you are in Bitcoin already, or if you haven't purchased anything just yet. Okay, so this little orange line is the 200 weekly moving average. So it basically is tracking the last 4 years of the market. And basically, if you are below this price, it means you are getting the cheapest Bitcoin that has been around for the last 4 years. Okay, so if you buy here, then that's in 2022. So the last time you had this opportunity was back in like 2018, compared to the chart. So we are buying right now quite close to this 200 weekly moving average. As you can see, in 2022 we actually went below this 200 weekly moving average. So that means buying here was like a huge discount, and if you compare it to today or a few months back, it was a great buying opportunity. So if you buy below this or very close to this place, in the long term it's very good price. Okay, so you know, it doesn't matter if you buy here or here, like the difference is a few $1,000s. In the long term it's not gonna matter. So all you have to do is focus on buying as much Bitcoin as possible in this region. I suggest, or I think we might bottom in the 50s to 60 region. So around this area could be very good. Maybe $49,000 is on the table as well, but in this part I really suggest, like, even, that's what I told to my family, to if you want to buy Bitcoin finally, then you do it in this region. Even today, I think it's fine. If you're looking at like what's gonna be your return in the future, if we just go to all-time high, then it's a 100% gain. Okay, and if you want to compare it, because it's usually interesting to compare these markets. As you can see, every time we buy below or very close to 200 weekly moving average on the Nasdaq, the QQQ, it's usually amazing buy. Okay, here you can see the stock market is completely out of place, and it's going up. I would say even like too much. The parabolas are just getting higher and higher, but at some point there will be retrace to the 200 weekly. It has to, but it can take years for it to touch. Here you can see the last time we went below was in 2009, and then we went back to below it in 2022. So that's like more than 10 years of waiting to buy the dip. And here you can see what's crazy about it is if you are waiting to get below the 200 weekly moving average, you would be buying at like what is it, like 10x the valuation, which is absolutely mind-boggling. So probably the same will in the future happen with Bitcoin. So buying below the 200 weekly moving average is a great opportunity, in my opinion. Okay. Another thing to consider is the 50-week moving average, which is the blue line here. And every time we close below, we enter a bear market. Basically, that's what happened here. And the bull market was basically over. And then we tried to retest it. Then we closed below again. We got rejected here. So this was again a good time to probably sell some Bitcoin. And then once we you see, the problem with these moving averages is they are like so long. So that means if you waited to buy above the closure of the 50-week moving average, you wouldn't buy these nice prices down here, but you would be buying with the confirmation that the trend is obviously shifting and we are going up. So you would be buying here, but still you would get amazing upside. So, but still, we are right now nowhere close to the 50-week moving average. So, if we look for the daily, it looks still quite easily. It's every time we get to it, it's a good sell. Right here was a good sell, and right here as well. Okay, but for the weekly, obviously, the closer we are below the 50-week moving average, then it's a better deal. Obviously, what you can see here is from the closing of the under the 50-week moving average, we dropped 70%. Okay, if the history repeats, or maybe in a similar fashion, we just dropped 40% since closing below the 50-week moving average. So there is still a way to go, but I don't think it should be the drop shouldn't be as hard. Like 70% would be in the 30s, right? So that's probably too crazy, because BTC usually makes less profit every single cycle, but also the drawdowns are smaller as well. Okay, so that's something definitely to keep in mind. Okay, so yeah, I mean, from my perspective, right now it's a great time to dollar cost average into Bitcoin. It doesn't make sense too much to trade against the trend, because as you can see, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high, this is a low. It's still a downtrend. Okay. And what we tend to do, if you like to focus on the trend, on the technical analysis, we are making these sort of like wedges, and then we break below. This is what is happening here as well. Very, very unfortunately, very similar pattern. And we can obviously talk more about like what's behind it, but you can see the clear pattern that brings us lower, and it's similar here, but in a way smaller fashion. But I mean, we can for sure range here for the summer. Right now it's the beginning of the summer, so yeah, if you are buying for the long term right now, is a great time to actually start getting into it. But as you can see, any sort of counter trend rally since the beginning of the year has been heavily punished by more and more selling. So yeah. And you can even see like the reaction from the liquidation candles here was at least somewhat decent. Right here we are struggling to even close above these levels. So yeah, it's still a downtrend on a weekly, on a daily time frame. So yeah, do not play around too much with leverage. And yeah, I wanted to mention that on crypto4me.eu, you can right now buy crypto with a regulated exchange. They have the MiCA license, compliance, and everything, and you can buy Bitcoin with 0.4% commission. Okay, or the cost to buy is very, very low. Like I said, 0.4% is amazing. So you can go to crypto4me.eu and sign up. Obviously, you have to do KYC and all that. But here you can see all the interesting features about Bitcoin and everything. This is some more information. Obviously, you can download the app for your phone as well on the Google Play or App Store. So that's also very very convenient. Here you can see all the features that you can easily buy it. You can buy obviously other cryptocurrencies as well. You can buy it on web or mobile app, and they are heavily focused on security and user verification, and they try to deliver user-friendly interface for everyone basically. They are regulated, which is amazing, because with all the other exchanges in the past that didn't have this regulation, or they could have failed, they could have gone broke. But with this, it's impossible. With heavier regulation, you can feel safe with them. They also have some education section as well. They're posting quite often, as I see, usually probably every single week. So you can learn more about crypto. You can learn more about NFTs, about the regulation, about the Ethereum and stuff. Basically, they have some news as well. So they've been active at the BTC Prague, as I see, which is interesting, which is in my home time as well. And yeah, you can see some of the latest news in the current market. And also they have some crypto packages as well. But yeah, for the sake of today's video, like I said, Bitcoin is at very favorable price right now, and I feel like it's a long term. Obviously, not a financial advice, but from a long term perspective, it makes sense to slowly dollar cost average. Obviously, if you believe Bitcoin is gonna do well in the future. Obviously, nothing is for certain. The current market is super unstable, but still, it's trading consistent $3,000. Just a few years back, it was trading at $15,000 or $20,000. So the adoption is still growing. We are getting the ETFs. We are having the crypto president and stuff like that. So I'm still bullish. Even though currently I still feel like we are in a bear market, and we can be in a bear market for a few more months, but still, nevertheless, it is currently, in my humble opinion, a great time to buy. Obviously, the lower we go, the better. What I suggest is get a limit orders and you can buy more Bitcoin as the price goes down. So you are buying more Bitcoin, and then you obviously in the future you can sell it at hopefully higher prices. So yeah, that's it all. So yeah, that's all for me for today. Hopefully you like this video about Bitcoin and all the information about crypto4me.eu, and I will see you very soon in the next video.